Hello, everyone. Bill Molyneux here for Bill's Wargame World. Well, I am in Virginia. Lisa, my wife, is in Baltimore, and I needed to come down to do some things around the Virginia house. So we have Ravenfeast in 54 millimeter. Goober has his Viking shield and sword. And tell you, everyone, I did a lot of yard work and a lot going on here, and I'm just too darn tired to put all that chainmail and stuff on Goober. So laugh and I have to keep in good spirits, and I hope some of my videos with Goober makes you laugh too. Now, in what we have here is in Virginia, we have Vikings, World War I airplanes, jet fighters, and ironclads. Well, I did the poll, and we went with 54 millimeter Ravenfeast. Rules by Little Wars TV, Greg, Tony, and the gang there. And I got to say, they just redid their war game house, their clubhouse, and it's incredible. So if you're not familiar with Little Wars TV, you need to check them out. And I'm not affiliated with them at all, other than they know who I am, and they're a great batch of guys. So Raven Feast rules are free on Little Wars TV, and we're going to get ready to play. I'll pause the camera here, go over the scenario. All right, our defending Vikings, we have our leader here. We have 2 archers and a berserker. The mission is, I guess I should say what the mission is. These Vikings here want to travel down the road and head off towards Goober. Goober will get off the table here in a minute. Our other Vikings here have set up an ambush with 2 archers, a berserker, and our leader. And then blocking the pathway are our shield wall with 6 shield and spearmen. And then we have our second in command back here with 4 armored swordsmen. Our numbers are the same, and I have no walls here for this game, and I don't have any carts or anything else. I hope you'll enjoy this, and I'm going to set the camera off to the side. Okay, we're using my friend Peter's dice. By the way, I can tell the difference between our units by the use of stones. So these are also painted by Jim Shaw, the great Jim Shaw of Gettysburg. So this unit's all in stone. They don't have anything on their bases, our opposing forces. I also have a unit of Vikings with sticks glued to their bases. So let's see who goes first. And we have a 1 and a 3. So the ambush unit's going to go first. And rather than get everyone bored, I'm going to pause the camera and move the Vikings. So the only thing I really did was I moved this unit up to here. And by the way, this battle map was given to me by the great Scott Mingus, famous author and historian. So we have moved our Vikings without stone bases. Now I'm going to go ahead and pause the camera, and let's move our other Vikings. I'm going to roll to see if they sense any issues. All right, our Vikings have zipped along. On a 1 or a 2, we're going to say they caught the glint of something, but we rolled a 3. So our Vikings are marching along the trail. And just to point this out, here's our leader, our second in command, our berserker, 4 armored Vikings, 2 bowmen, 6 of our spearmen with shields. Josh Warliff 3D printed the Viking archers, and everything else are their 54 millimeter Marks figures. And of course, there is a lack of the Marks figures having a lack of spearmen. Whoops, sorry about that, everyone. So I made my own extra spearmen, and I used buttons for shields. All right, let's continue with the game. We're going to roll initiative. Orange is rocks, and we have a tie. We'll go again. My goodness. Okay, the ambush unit goes first. I'll pause the camera. I just moved my armored Vikings up a little bit, but I'm still in the woods and still hidden. We're going to say when those Vikings move, we're going to say a 1, 2, or 3, they see them. And let's see what happens. And we roll the 5. So, all right. So our Vikings, our rock Vikings, they're going to travel down the road. I'm going to pause the camera. Okay, we are going into the next turn. And if we roll orange to go first, that's our rock unit. And they roll the 1 against, I got to roll that again. We rolled ties. And our ambush unit gets to go first. All right. So, as we play Ravenfeast by Little Wars TV, I'm going to pause the camera and we're going to have an attack. Everything's going to go wild here. All right. We have the armored Vikings hidden in the woods came bursting out. They've hit our archer and our sword, our spearmen, and our shield wall has moved down the pathway, and the ambush unit has not. They're going to fire their arrows, and our leader and berserker are waiting. Okay, so we'll pause the camera here. All right, I need to let everyone know that Ravenfeast has this phenomenal listing of all your different units, and you can see, I have pretty much everything here on the list in 54 millimeter. So I can't say how great Little Wars is for everything they do. I'm going to resolve some of this combat, and it's going to get once I move this side. All right. Well, I've my archer's trapped in combat here. Can't do a darn thing about that. My leader is moving up to there. We're going to try to break through. And my one rock archer that's not engaged is going to try throwing some arrows. And I did roll, and my Vikings, my rock Vikings have discovered that ambush in those woods. So I'm going to go ahead and resolve these combats. You roll the hit and you roll the save. So, but I don't want to drag this video out, and I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm also, I think I got a pretty good set here. All right, I'll pause the camera here. Wow. Okay, our swords, our spearmen here for the rock unit obliterated. This spearman actually killed that one. These two are going to probably get engaged next. These two have fallen back along with this one. So, and then my lone archer that didn't get killed in the ambush, he failed to hit the Vikings there. That both archers shot and killed the herdmen. Now, coming up here, and that shield wall is getting ready to be attacked. All right, I'm going to roll initiative and see what happens. The both sides really took a clobbering on this pathway. So I didn't do quite as well as I thought with the ambush there. All right, everyone. Our rock guys get to go first, which is these. We can move this guy up 6 inches and he can still fire. He's going to engage this berserker. Berserker gets extra attack, and I'm just going to throw the spearman in. And going against this could be tough. Let me get a closer view. Now this leader here, he has 3 hit points, and this one here has 2. And this is the berserker. You know what? We're going in. All right. So that is our leader. It's called a jaw or yaw. The yar. And, I apologize on the pronunciations. So we have sort of 3 separate battles now. We have one over here. And then we have the roadblock. Then over here, well, that's not much of a battle. That berserker probably will win. I'm going to pause the camera. Let the other side move. All right, Ravenfeast rules, and you could use paper figures, by the way. If you're new to wargaming, a couple bags of plastic 54 millimeter or 28 millimeter Vikings, and you are set. And I will say this plays fast. If you don't make your saving throws, it plays really fast. We're going to start, I'm going to do the archers. So this archer here is going to fire, and he hits the other archer, and the other archer rolls a save. So he actually saved, which I've actually jotted down their numbers to hit and to save. The 2 archers fire back, and they both hit. He's pummeled with 2 arrows and goes down. Okay. We're going to finish up over here. And I don't know if I should continue the battle, or they have really good saving throws. I'm going to pause the camera. Okay, welcome back. All right, over here in this area, these 2 Vikings are ambush Vikings. They have armor and shields, and they killed off here, but our 2 spearmen which are called our Bondies, they're still alive. So that's that little battle there. That entire ambush was not as effective as I thought. Now over here, our leader, berserker, and second in command, they both have taken a hit each. He dies on another one, and he has 2 more. But the first line of the shield wall is gone. Our berserker, and we'll find our berserker. Our berserker killed the armored, what's he called, a higman or herdsman. But the berserker did take a hit, and I think the ambush is winning. We'll get ready to roll to see who's going to go first. Wow, stunning game. We have the final fight here between armored Vikings and the spearmen, which is sort of an unfair fight in a way. Now, what's going on here is our leader, second in charge, and our berserker are going in. The other berserkers coming in attacking him from the rear. Now, I only moved my archers 6 inches, so they can fire into the backs, and then our leader for the ambush Vikings is there. I'll go ahead and resolve this, but it's looking bleak for our rock Vikings that we're trying to get off the table. I'll pause it here. Okay, everyone. Well, what fun this is. Our 1 ambush Viking, armored and shield. There was 5 to start off with. They were over here. 1 left. The only rock figure left is our Yar with their jaw. He's got 2 hit points. He's down to 1 hit point. And He's got a berserker coming at him. Now from the back, the archers here, they were throwing out arrows also. So his second in command and his berserker are gone. Well, this was Ravenfeast. And let me look at the clock. I did stop for a snack. It took an hour and 10 minutes roughly to play this. Maybe a little less. Ravenfeast rules, quick reference sheet. Now I have another one of these over here on the other table. This one doesn't have my markings, but this one is clear. But I have another one where I have written down below the figure their hit number and their save number. And so that's sort of helpful for new people. All right. So from Port Haywood, Matthews, Virginia, near Yorktown, Virginia. And yes, that is the Chesapeake Bay on this rainy Friday night. I'm going to say stay safe, be kind, be courteous, and I'm really going to ask you to please consider watching my history videos on Bill's History World on YouTube also. Thank you for watching, everyone.